Random House Audio presents The Exhaustion Cure. Up Your Energy from Low to Go in 21 Days by Laura Stack. This is the author, Laura Stack. Does the mere thought of embarking on a program to get more energy leave you totally exhausted? Then you might want to listen to this lying down. I would love to be more productive, a reader of one of my first books lamented, but I'm so exhausted at the end of the day, it's all I can do to get dinner on the table, put the kids to bed, and crash in front of the television. I have no desire to work on projects around the house, much less exercise or think about organizing the garage. It's a common complaint. Lack of energy is a major culprit at work as well. People sleepwalk through the day, fuzzy-headed and lethargic. Nothing sounds more attractive than putting your head down on your desk for a quick nap. How can you possibly begin that big project that requires high levels of creativity and concentration? Yuck! You'd rather stick pins in your eyes. You might know all the productivity tips in the world, but nothing will work if you don't have the energy to give 100%. Personal energy is a measure of how strong, invigorated, or up to a task you may feel at any moment. Nobody has an unlimited supply of personal energy. If you feel down, your zest ebbs and you'll produce mediocre work. In periods of low energy, your productivity sinks, because you feel like you're slogging through a field of waist-high mud. My audiences and readers of my other two books, Find More Time and Leave the Office Earlier, asked me to write this book. "What are you on?" they teased. "Where in the world do you get that much energy?" I didn't realize my trademark energy was such a key component of my productivity level. But the more I observed the habits and energy levels of productive people, the more I understood how vital your vigor is to your performance. You simply cannot perform if you have no drive or desire, the oomph, to be productive. You may find yourself daydreaming about your goals and all the wonderful things you could do if you could just get up and go. But daydreaming and actually having the energy to do things are completely different. I'm going to show you how to get the energy you need to live a full and productive life. You don't have to suffer from low energy. I don't purport to cure any medical conditions, but if you consistently apply the tips outlined in this audiobook for 21 days, you will realize a huge boost in your energy level, whatever that is for you. Energy is capacity, the capacity of a physical system to do work, to carry on the activities that it was designed to accomplish. Your energy level measures your capacity to put forth productive effort. As your energy levels increase, so will your potential to accomplish your short and long-term goals and activities. Of course, having the capacity doesn't necessarily mean you will do anything. But if you have energy, you at least possess the raw materials necessary to accomplish what you want or need to accomplish. Think of yourself as a factory. Do you have the energy to operate at 100% of capacity? Only 80%? What if you were able to acquire more raw materials? Would your factory be able to produce more? Your capacity, energy, and productivity aren't cast in stone. They can and do change. In fact, your capacity to be productive rises and falls throughout the day, and often by the hour or even by the minute, depending upon changes in your energy level. The presence or absence of energy will definitely have an impact on what you're capable of achieving. That's why this audio will often talk about energy and productivity together. But it's important to remember that they're two separate things. Energy is the source of productivity. As you increase your energy level, you'll be able to accomplish more at work or at home. When you begin to explore the causes of your lack of energy, it may be helpful to think of a bank account. Some of our activities or actions are like deposits that give us more energy, but others are like withdrawals that drain our energy. I call the deposits energy boosters and the drains energy bandits. You would like more deposits in your bank account than withdrawals. In fact, you'd like your balance to be as high as possible. What gives you energy and what saps your energy? Before you start your own list, let me provide some examples from my own life. Energy boosters. Kisses from my children. A long hot bath at the end of the day. Sunshine. Walking my dog. Yoga. Talking with my best friend. Sudoku puzzles. Peppermint tea. Spas. Visiting any spa. Massage. Energy bandits. Arguing with my children. Not enough personal time. Cloudy, dreary weather. Working late into the evening. No food in the refrigerator. Being overwhelmed or disorganized. My dog has an accident on the floor. A dirty house. Feeling lonely. Too much travel. Not spending enough time with my husband. Okay, it's time for you to brainstorm your own boosters and bandits. What gives you energy and what saps your energy? If you wish, feel free to turn off the audio for a few minutes and make a list on a piece of paper, or create a master document in a word processing or spreadsheet program. Then turn the audio back on and we'll continue. Since you haven't weighted your boosters and bandits and are often comparing minor to major things, your list can't really tell you whether your bank account has a balance or is overdrawn. But it can get you thinking. Remember, your ultimate goal is to have more deposits than drains overall. Do you feel like you have more energy coming in or going out in your life? Since you purchased this audiobook, I'm guessing that your energy account is depleted and you're in the red. How is this affecting your productivity? Have you had the capacity to get things done lately? Is your performance suffering? Are you working to your highest ability? Consider how it would look if you were fully energized and your energy account were full. Would it take you less time to complete tasks? Would you accomplish more? Would you feel like starting new projects? Once your energy account is in the black, you will have a higher capacity to be productive. Many of the energy books and audios I've read and listened to make it too complicated for a person to learn how to boost their energy levels by distinguishing the type of energy: physical, mental, intellectual, spiritual, and so on. I don't separate energy in this sense since they're all so closely related. For example, if I'm sleepy, a physical energy, I won't be able to concentrate, an intellectual energy, and I probably shouldn't be getting into heated conversations with my spouse, an emotional energy. If you've ever dragged home exhausted from a marathon workday, only to be instantly revived by your pet's wagging tail, a hug from your child, or a kiss from your spouse, you know being energized goes far beyond what you had for lunch. Instead, I take a broader approach to energy and focus on the source of low energy in 3 main parts. First, physiology. How your body affects your energy, the impact of your health, nutrition, and self-care on how well you feel. Second, practices. how your behavior affects your energy.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?